I thought coding would change my life, but it didn't. Until I learned this one skill, the one thing that school, colleges, and even in job doesn't teach you. Back in schools, when I was just an average student, starting my career of schooling an average, and had one of the thinking, will have to pass the examinations somehow, and to avoid the failure of this. This one mindset shift completely changed, and I ended up my schooling becoming a topper. When I got into the tech, I thought maybe coding would change my life. Not at the first, but one thing did the changes. You know what I actually did? Learning how to learn. This single skill helped me rise and to achieve most of the things which I wanted to, not just in a software engineering field and software development field, but also which of the field which I have explored for the last 3 to 4 years. It helped me gain a lot of experiences in the journey. Because once you get to know that how to learn the things according to their categories, it will be more easier for you to learn any of the skills. And this is also one of the skills. Because you are not going to find it anyway somehow by default that how to learn the things faster. In one of the single video, I will mention complete strategies how to get things done within few, or might be within few months. You will get at least a basic knowledge and start working on something which you have been building the skills. So remember these 3 points. The first one is you are just one skill away from your breakthrough, and this one skill is how to learn any of the things which you wanted to learn, which will be aligned to your technical skills. Maybe it is something according to your field which you have been working with, or any of the aspiring field which you have already decided of. So one thing I decided is, okay, let's explore how to learn things. I googled it, all the stuff I found there, watched the videos, whatever the resources I needed to go through, I gone through. And one thing I figured out, and I have learned how to learn. And this one single decision completely changed the perspective of my life. And because once I have learned to how to learn the things, it changed everything for me. Not in just technical field, but every other aspects of my life itself. And the second one here to remember is consistency beats the talents, always and always. Because if you are consistent enough, for the next 2 to 3 months, at least you have basic understanding of whichever the skills you are going to learn. And when I started my technical journey, even if my academics didn't started how to learn the codes, I started with learning all those stuffs even before started my academics. And every single day for the next 2 to 3 months, I was just showing up to write the codes, and I was just thinking of being consistent for the next 2 to 3 months. And within just 2 to 3 months, I got obsessed with this. It was become a kind of hobby that I can't even bear myself to escape 1 or 2 days in a row. And I remember that for the next 2 to 3 years, I was so much consistent. Even if it might take me 20 minutes to manageable in one single day, I will have to show up that day for that programming. I was practicing every single day. Because one thing I just want to tell you here is, even if you might not be interested in something you want, but once you show up every single day for the next 2 to 3 months, it automatically become interested of you. Because I was also not so much interested in few of the things, but once I saw up because I was surrounded with the peoples, it became so much interested of me. The thing which was not even making sense before, which was kind of interest for me. So how it has built? It just built with your consistency. If you are going to show up every single day for the next 1 or 2 months, 3 months, it automatically becomes one of your interests. So there is no such thing like I'm not interested in this thing, I'm interested in these things. It just simply means you have been consistent enough on things which might become your interest. And you know one thing? The secret behind consistency, why you are so much consistent now, why someone is not even being consistent. The secret is your belief. Because if you have the belief on something which you want to do, you would be consistent enough for the next few months or maybe few years. But if you do not even have the belief, you won't be able to make yourself consistent enough for few of the years itself, not even 5 to 10 days. Let me just give you one of the simple examples so that you could understand what exactly the main reason behind this consistency is. Let's suppose when you started your schooling, you already know that after completion of my schooling, I will get into the higher secondary education. After that, I will get into the college. After 3 to 4 years of graduations, I will have to get into any of the company I would be working with. So this, you believe that after completion of my graduation, at least I have any kind of job so that I will make a living for myself. And this belief itself alone made you to be consistent enough for the 10 to 15 years. Can you please imagine this? And when it comes to be consistent on something which you really have to upskill on yourself, you're not even going to be consistent for the next 5 to 6 months. And the main reason behind it is belief, because you do not believe that you will be able to do these things. Because most of the person has not done before it. Very few of them has traveled the pathway which you are going to take a step. And that is why you have no such belief. You have no such 100% of the belief to take action on those things. And that is what made you to not to be consistent enough for a few of the interval of times. So better have the belief to be consistent. And this one is you always have to remember. So the third one here is degrees are expensive, but YouTube is free. Another online platform itself also is completely free, or with less it cost. Even if my graduation is to be completed this year itself in 2025, I will have at least of 2.5 years plus of experience as a software developer, because I never waited for the degree to be completed. When I was before graduations, I decided what I should do to learn all those things that graduated student learn, and research all those things onto the internet, onto the YouTube. After watching lots of videos, I came to realize that this is the stuff which we need to first learn to get into any of the IT sector. And that is what I did. It just became possible. I started learning the things which I needed to. Even if I had no such intention to get into the graduation, but once I get into the industry, I came to realize degree also a few of the importance has in it. If you want to scale yourself in a corporate ladder. Later on, in few of the videos, maybe in one single video, I will mention complete journey of learning how to code and program to get into any of the software development industry within just 1 year, if you are dedicated enough. And I think the 4 year of degree would be very fruitful for you if you could utilize those things. And I think 1 year itself is more than enough to be prepared enough to get into any of the IT sector, which I believe in. I never waited for the degree to start. I just began. And that is the cheat code no one generally talk about. You don't need the permission to start. So here are the three things which you must remember if you want to make a shift in your career itself and the way which you have been living for so long, and you just want a big transition and transformations into your career itself. Thank you very much the time which you have given me.